Bailey here has settled down and making herself quite at home here in my lap. But Kelly, Bailey is a Chihuahua.
Chihuahua, that's kind of the nickname, but it's a Chihuahua miniature Dachshund mix.
Oh.
And, you know, they call Dachshunds weenie dogs. So,
of course.
So it's just easier to say Chihuahua.
A Chihuahua, I love it. Hello. Now I wish I could. She's very settled down right now, so I'm not going to pick her up. But she is just so skinny, but so long.
Yeah, she's got definitely the length of the Dachshund, and they're skinny anyway, and Chihuahuas are little too. So she's got the features of both, definitely.
Now you told me that she is about 11 months old.
She is 11 months old. She was an owner turn-in, and they had her birthday, so we know she is 11 months old. So she's not really going to get any bigger.
I was saying she's clearly sitting here in my lap, just making herself at home. A little nervous. She hasn't gotten out too much on television, I guess, but she does need a good home. Now, how does she get along with other animals and other dogs? I know Chihuahuas can be pretty hyper.
So you would probably need to kind of try them out a little bit just to make sure, but as far as I know, she gets along with everybody. She's very friendly.
Great.
And not too barky. Sometimes you get,
which is good.
Both of those breeds can sometimes be barky, but I haven't noticed that with her yet. So
she's just been very quiet here in our studio this morning. How does she get along with children? Chihuahuas, are those good when it comes to kids?
It depends on how old.
Okay.
Probably not for littler kids. Because they can fall and pull and tug and stuff, and that's not really good for the tiny breeds of dogs.
Okay.
So maybe older children.
Gotcha.
But you can always, I mean, there's no one perfect rule or anything.
Right.
So, I mean, it would be case by case, but.
Now, I know you guys do the animal fostering, and I know you're trying to, get those wonderful foster homes for dogs, because so many times your foster families turn into forever homes because they just love them
The
so
failed
much.
foster program.
Which is good, because we do want these forever homes for animals and stuff. But how can people get, I guess, in touch with that and connected to that?
Definitely. We need fosters desperately. The dogs that are there, and for any length of time, some of them start to stress out really bad, which it's bad, and they'll chew and scratch and rub up against the kennels until they get sores and stuff, and so we really need some more
fosters.
fosters.
They just don't have that open space to run.
We don't, and they, some of them just can't handle the small confined spaces for that, for an extended period of time. So we definitely need more foster homes for these dogs that, are going through those issues. But just contact the shelter if you're interested, and we would sit down and talk with you, and a site visit to that, your home, to make sure that everything was set up for the dog and safe for everybody. So, but yeah, we need more.
Sounds good. And of course, we're going to tell you how you can adopt little Bailey here, who is just so sweet with her big brown eyes. Beautiful big brown eyes. She's about 11 months old.
Correct.
And she is available for adoption over at the Best Friends Humane Society. We've already told you about little Bailey here, though. You have, of course, this great connection with some folks up in New Jersey.
Right.
And you've got another big, I guess, meetup that you'll be doing?
We kind of term it the puppy pipeline. I think there used to be a show on HBO or something called that, so we kind of call it that too. But we meet them in South Carolina. They drive down from New Jersey. We drive up from here and meet in the middle, kind of, and transfer the dogs. And their facility is set up so that that dog will stay there until it gets adopted.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And unfortunately, our space and size, we can't guarantee that. So this is guaranteed lifesavers for these dogs.
That is so wonderful. And up in New Jersey, they have much stricter dog policies.
They do. They just, the licensing is more expensive if you don't spay or neuter. I don't think it's outrageously more expensive, but there's just more of a attitude that they spay and neuter their dogs. So hopefully we can get that to come down here some too, because the overpopulation of dogs is it's really sad when you see the numbers. It's very sad.
Absolutely, and we've heard so many times: don't shop, adopt. Make sure you spray and neuter your pets.
Right.
And why is that so important?
Well, I mean, if you've seen recently, a lot of stories on the news are coming out about these puppy mills. These dogs live in teeny tiny cages, and all they are is used to breed. They're not groomed. They don't have any interaction. They sit there in their own feces and urine all the time, and it's a miserable, miserable life. So don't, and not every puppy mill is like that, or every breeder is like that, I should say. But just if you're adopting a dog, you're giving a dog a chance at a life that, you know, it may not otherwise have, and that you see the facility where you're getting the dog from, it's not being abused.
And many times they love you so much more because you have this big yard that they can run around in, and they're not stuck there in the little cage that
they're usually the best dogs you can ever get is a shelter dog.
Oh. Now, I know we already talked about little Bailey here, but she's just so cute that in case folks are just now joining us, we mentioned 11 months old, a Chihuahua. And she was a owner surrender?
She was, and I'm not sure what the reason is. I mean, there's so many, but she was an owner surrender, so I mean, she was taken care of. But
and she definitely recognizes her name.
She does.
Bailey.
She's behaved. Bailey. She runs pretty good, sits good, yeah.
She's like, why are you talking to me? You don't have treats or anything like that.
She's like, I'm on camera.
Exactly. This is my TV time, Melanie. Don't take that away from me. You've also got a big dog-a-thon. Bark in the Park. That's it.
That's it. We got that coming up April 20th, and it's going to be a huge festival to celebrate dogs, pets, families. We're going to have Doggy Olympics. We have a 5K run that the dogs can participate into, but you have to run with them. We're not turning the dogs loose.
All right, well, get on out there, adopt this little Chihuahua now that she's about to go home. Woo! Look how little she is. Such a little wiener dog. She's like, don't do that to me anymore, Melanie.